Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, the BBs? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
We're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of the Habibi Power Hour. Before we begin, of course, you'll notice that we're both wearing shirts right now, and we just want to let everybody on Rumble know that we're sorry. We'll take them off as soon as we get a chance. Inshallah. Make sure you hit that like and follow button. Also, that join button. Also, thank you to all the Habibis. 40,000 of you who've hit that follow button. We could not have done any of this without you. And we appreciate you for following us along on this journey and learning about our jihad and our lifelong struggle of perfecting the art of eating ass. Right, Jay?
Absolutely. You never stop until you reach that perfect circular hole.
This is what is that, like Nirvana?
No, that's Prophet Muhammad when he married Khadijah.
Oh God, we're going
on the wedding night.
I'm sorry, what?
Muhammad in hell. That's what's going to happen.
That's right. So when you join and support us on locals, $5 a month, we do have a promo code. Barbie did 9/11. You get 3 months off, 3 months free. Basically, the Jay, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Well, speaking of Barbie, the reason why we have it, Barbie did 9/11, is our promo code is because Barbie and Oppenheimer were released this past weekend at the same time, and it really made a pretty huge splash online. Like, it was a cultural phenomenon for the couple of weeks leading up to it. Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer, that's right.
Yes, and that's when you take your girl and you shove one in Hiroshima and then the other in Nagasaki. And that's the Barbenheimer.
Is there much of a delay between one and the other if we're really following the timeline of that whole saga?
Yeah, you go in, first one, you drop the bomb.
And then you wait a few days.
You drop the load, drop the bomb, wait a few days, and you go in from the other side and drop another bomb. Just to be sure.
Oh, man. Oh, so this is what I was going to say. When you join and support our locals, you actually get to be a part of the Habibi Discord server and also join us on the premium live chat, which it's a lot more intimate and gay.
Yes. Always
gay. How you doing, Jay?
I'm wonderful. Did you watch any of the two movies this past weekend? No?
No.
You sure? No. I mean, some people said that they spotted me going into a they were sending me this video asking if it was me dressed up going to Barbie. And honestly, I just want to show you guys this video so we can once and for all condemn this notion that all bald people look alike. Because it's not true. Our heads come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them are 2 inches, some of them are 6, a couple are 8. Very few are 12. But we do not all look alike. Our heads come in different shapes and sizes. The way our hair grows out.
Are you going to show us?
I'm getting it right now.
My God.
Why do you have a producer? No, it's right here. Watch.
Do you want me to?
I sent it in the private chat.
Oh my god, you can't even share it.
No, it's the latest one I sent you guys.
Okay, this one here. Wait, what? What the fuck is that?
So Prideful wanted to jump on the Barbie train, and they actually released a shirt called Bottom Dream Hole.
No one photoshopped that in there, like when they photoshopped my face in there.
No, that's how it came.
Huh. Cold Beer 69. Yes. Cold Beer 69 on local says Siraj can't go to movie theaters after he was caught jerking off in a screening of Brokeback Mountain. Hey, I was just doing research, okay, for a role starring Mujahid Kobbe.
Well, it's also to get ready for
Dr. Yahya Sins.
Yahya Sins. Well, it's also to get ready for me to be when I get down there next week. So that's going to be fun. We're actually going to be doing a live episode together, inshallah.
Yes. Inshallah, next week. Inshallah.
If all goes well. I mean, we don't know what happens with planes and Muhammad's on board, but we'll find out.
No.
I'll make sure to dig.
You know, it's you know, you gotta at least land here for your training. Yes. And then when you leave, you know, maybe you don't land. Maybe.
You want to cut costs somehow, right? And learning how to land costs more.
True. It really does. No, but this was actually the video that Jay wanted us to make sure we finally put to rest. Jay, tell me, when did you get so many tattoos? I didn't know you had this many.
I actually have 4 tattoos, and I do have a tattoo on my chest too. It's just not of
a that tattoo uniform. Also on your face. Did you tattoo your beard on your face? Because that's what it looks like.
That's what it is. I don't know. He's probably
Armenian. That's a beard tattoo.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is like an Armenian or Jordanian even. Because when Jordanians leave Jordan, they become a little bit more liberal and free. This is what they turn into.
So let's rate that getup. Also, what is that necklace? Is that the Jewish Star of David? Can we confirm? Let our no, he's shaking his head.
No, that's not it. It's a yellow stone.
Okay, fine.
You just want to get up and close to that chest, don't you?
Jay, I just wanted to see, you know, high def, making sure that you're working out, and looks like you are a lot.
I'm trying. I really am.
Why are my pants all of a sudden really tight? Okay, let's move on. Jay, we were talking about how Barbie and Oppenheimer are now all of a sudden. Well, let's talk about Oppenheimer first, because this has been an interesting how should I say not argument? Yeah, argument. We'll go with argument. It's an interesting argument coming from the people who now all of a sudden are opposed to Oppenheimer, the film. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it. Okay. I know it's about Manhattan Project, and I know that it ends with 9/11 happening. Right, Jay?
Every movie ends with 9/11. Every dream.
That's where all roads
every
lead.
Hope. Every surah.
So, Nozemi, I mean Shope, or I means hope. Nozemi means hope. Wow, how did I butcher that?
Dr. Sato. Dr. Sato.
Oh, okay. Dr. Sato tweeted, I haven't seen the movie, nor do I intend to, but the tortured genius narrative of Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer, is a prime example of how U.S. cultural production maintains its hegemony in militarized policing through fictions of benevolence. And then she goes on to say that, wait, this is a very long thread. Is there a particular part of this thread that...
Yeah, the second tweet right over here, because there's a lot of them that are just doing...
You want to get it?
They're revising history when it comes to Oppenheimer in World War II and the United States role in World War II. They want to try and demonize. So you can see here, World War II in particular is a critical historical episode that is figured in the United States imagery as the last war in which the U.S. were the good guys. Bitch, we were the good guys in every war. Fuck you, we'll drop another one. A reductive narrative of good versus evil. The war is one that the U.S. returns to again and again. Yes, because if it wasn't for us, everybody would be speaking German by now.
And Japanese.
And Japanese. And my favorite thing is that it brings this up. And then not only is it bringing this up, you see all the tankies coming out talking about how the Soviet Union could have single-handedly beat the Nazis in World War II.
Oh, yeah. You don't beat the Nazis without basically fighting them on two fronts. That's absolutely retarded thinking. Just on military strategy.
Well, and not only that, they also like to neglect the fact that even before the United States came into the war, there were billions upon billions, $11.8 billion to be exact, that was sent to Russia to the lead up. And in today's money with inflation, that would be $180 billion. And Stalin himself stated that if it wasn't for the support and the weapons and the finances that the United States sent to Russia, they would have lost.
Yeah, I 100% believe that. At that time, the United States was, while not considered like the foremost, like forefront world power, by the U.S.'s actions in World War II and, culminating up into Manhattan Project and the dropping of the atomic bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I mean, that's what established the United States as a world power, like the number one world power. So all this talk about like Russia somehow not needing, or not even Russia, the Soviet Union not needing the United States' help. I mean, I think there are more deaths just from the Soviet front, the Eastern Front, than I think like of any other like group of people.
Yeah,
there's like 70 million deaths, 70 million Soviet deaths or something of that sort.
They had the most deaths for sure, but you don't
of the winning side of the win. What I mean is of the winning side. I don't know about. I think the Nazis got absolutely fucking wasted.
They did, but in terms of
rightfully
loss,
so.
Yes, and we should have dropped a bomb in Germany. But in terms of total loss,
there's the firestorm in Dresden, Jay. That's kind of like their version of the atomic bomb. But I'm with you. I understand.
Are you gonna read what she was following up with? Do you even know that was up there?
No, I didn't know that's what my cue was. Can I make this bigger?
That's what.
So Dr. Saito responds to her tweet saying, the way people in the comments take a critique of U.S. imperialism as a stance of pro-JP, Japanese imperialism. Japanese imperialism and colonialism was brutal and sickening. Japan was not an innocent victim, but that is how Japanese nationalists used the atomic bombings in the aftermath of World War II. Okay. Look, if you have to explain yourself, you're losing. Right?
It's not only explain yourself, they have to go around and try to justify and rewrite history in order to even attempt to make their argument sound reasonable. It is just known fact the reasons why we had to drop the bombs, how many more people we saved. We saved Japan in of itself because of dropping the bombs. And I hope this is clipped and shared widely in the tanky circles, but it's absolutely fucking true. Us dropping the bombs on Japan saved Japan. The reason why Japan is the power that it is, that its advancement as it has, that its people have, the citizens themselves have more freedom than they did under the emperor, is because of the United States dropping the bombs on their bitch asses.
I think what's the most wild thing about, well, basically retelling of World War II history is that now all of a sudden some people want to revise history here, and we don't have to. There's there's of any war as big as that, I've never seen more footage of a war and more like, written, media, like books,
documentaries,
documentaries,
shows,
dramatized
movies.
films. Like, yeah, there's so much on World War II. You're not going to be able to like lie out of this one. Like, we all know what the Japanese did over the course of their 15-year war. Like, that's the wild thing about the for us, it's World War II, it's the Second World War. In Japan, it's like the 15-year long war, because they had basically invaded, all these different territories, starting off with Manchuria in China, and basically just going out from there, getting all the way down to Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Guadalcanal. That's one of those things where there's going to be no way for you to be like, oh, actually, you know what? America fought in World War II to preserve slavery.
That's my favorite one. from the what's it, 1619 project or some shit?
1619 project.
Yeah, saying that the reason why the American Revolution happened was to keep slavery or some shit, or for slavery. That's their argument. So yeah, well, we went in to World War II to make sure we could keep slaves.
We had to do it. There's no other way.
Yes.
It really wasn't. Also, Jay, you know who else can't seem to find a way?
Tell me.
I'm sorry. I got to do this. Biden's dog, Commander. He has no other. He has no other like gear. It's just bite. And honestly, Commander's a good boy. But after biting 6 people,
it's time to put him down.
After replacing the
Fuck
first dog.
It's time to put him down. I mean, after one bite, just put him down. I mean, it's. I don't want to go into a tirade of my feelings on dogs. How I believe that they're just not worth it in terms of having them in your house, cleaning them. Like, there's a lot of responsibility. And one thing as a dog owner is that you're going to need to be ready for that responsibility. And just like he is as a father, Biden was not ready for that responsibility. He wasn't ready for the responsibility to raise his sons right. He got his son Bo killed. Jesus Christ. And then he tried to get a couple of dogs. And he couldn't even train them properly or raise them properly. And they want to go off and say, well, maybe Biden, is a little bit busier doing other shit. He's the president of the United States. The motherfucker has been in his vacation home in Delaware more times than he's actually called world leaders or try to fix some shit. So yeah, he had more than enough time to raise these dogs and train them, and he neglected it.
He's too busy napping
of this narrative that they like to say that Biden's a lovely family man. He has failed on every single fucking count where it matters in being a family man. He can't even raise a dog properly. He lies about his son's death in order to get political points. These are not signs of a loving family man or even of a good father.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. Cold Beer 69 on local says, what is it? No such thing as a bad dog, only bad dog owners. If I found that correctly.
Yes. And that's a true saying. I honestly think that's a true saying because dogs are stupid creatures. They are what you mold them to be in terms of your training and all that kind of stuff.
Well, they're not
you do whatever you want.
Like Jay, there are certain breeds that are dumber than others. There's some dogs that are very smart. Ernie, you've seen how smart he is. Would you call Ernie a king?
Ernie is the caliphate. He is the smartest being in the world.
Exactly. So, for a fact that dogs aren't retarded. We're retarded. Well, we got the IQ test to prove it. Came back. And positive.
Also, I got my DNA test too. I'm 52% Northern Irish and German.
Wait, when did you do that?
My 23andMe.
That was a while back, right?
Yeah, it was a while back. I'm more than half of me is my mom's German white side.
Oh, so like this German Shepherd. So just like this German Shepherd, you're saying you do coke, Jay? You were the one? Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the dog that brought the coke in.
It was really, really funny. My old
White
job,
House, right?
In my old job, I was like a manager, and one of the employees really fucking hated me. And I shit you not, he went to HR saying that management, and specifically Jay, goes around and does coke in the office and in sell and trade shows and all that kind of stuff. He's always doing coke.
Is this someone that you were friends with, or was this like one of your enemies straight up?
An enemy, another disgruntled employee, because I fired him over lack of performance.
Yeah, firing based off of subpar performance. I think that's
and I think I can see where he got it from, because I would be eating a powdered donut before I get to work every day, and I always had like white powder coming off my nose. But that was that sugar powder. So usually at 11, 2, and 3 p.m. I would go for a snack, powdered donut snack.
You can't knock it. Powdered donuts really are that great.
They really are.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen a dog do coke?
I've seen them eat powdered donuts. Ernie has,
have you fed him donuts?
Actually, you know what? That's a great question. He's gotten a lot of human food over the years.
Yeah.
He's gotten so fat, but he's back on the diet.
There's two types of dog owners. The dog owners that are like so fucking strict on what they feed these fucking things that they go and spend anywhere between $200 and $300 a month on one fucking dog because of the nutrition value. And then you have the other ones who's like, oh, I dropped a Cheeto. Here you go. And it's like, it would be like a red hot chili Cheeto and shit. Just feed it to him like you don't give a fuck. You have another dog owner that sees that shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like I would try to feed the dog like some hot Cheetos or cheese or
hot
like
Cheetos,
some chocolate
like
or
flaming
something
hot,
flaming hot Cheetos.
Dave's Insanity sauce. Just pour right all over the kibble. Some what was it?
I would love to just see what happens.
Just give them the one chip challenge.
I should do that again for Rumble.
What, do the one chip you did the one chip challenge
twice before, but not to the Rumble, not the Rumble.
Not the Rumble. Well, I think we got some Rumble Habibis watching. As in Jenna. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Who's watching?
Jenna.
Oh, Jenna. I'm gonna be coming over to make fun of your LeBron feet when I get over there.
Oh my God! Speaking of LeBron, did you see that his son, Bronny James, 18 years old, had a heart attack? Man, what a turn of events that, and what a segue that was.
I know, it was perfect, wasn't it? Thanks, Jenna. And
thanks, Jenna. Appreciate it. Thank you. She's the unofficial Habibi Bros producer. Thank you for that segue.
No, it's honestly scary being 18 years old and having, and honestly, I hate LeBron James. I fucking despise him, but I don't wish anything like that on a parent or father or somebody to have to go through like that. That's absolutely fucking terrifying. And of course, you see all the best of social media come out when something like this happens.
Oh no, it's we are big fans of conspiracy theories here.
Absolutely.
We don't know what happened with Bronny James and what led to his heart attack. A lot of people
Magic Johnson injected AIDS in him.
That is, you've heard it here first, actually, Habibis. That is actually why Bronny James had a heart attack. Magic Johnson just couldn't keep it in his. He couldn't keep it in his skin.
Isn't it a rite of passage in the NBA to get injected by AIDS for Magic Johnson once you hit 18?
When he originally tested positive for HIV, is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying it's a rite of passage for NBA players who get in early, that if they turn 18 while in the NBA, they have to get Magic Johnson injects them with AIDS.
It's a rite of passage that if they're in the NBA when they're 18, they immediately, basically, they receive a blood transfusion from Magic Johnson.
Yeah, and that's what killed Kobe. He was going to come forward.
And then what? Magic Johnson injected his blood into the helicopter oil or the engine?
No, he paid off the pilot. The pilot was in some deep debt with the cartels, and he had a gambling problem, and they were going to go after his wife and child. So Magic Johnson stepped in, found the perfect opportunity, and he was able to continue the cover up.
Jenna said, wait, did he just say I have big feet?
Hold on. I don't know. Wait 1 second. Hold on. LeBron shoe size 15.
15 size shoe.
Size 15. LeBron. Size 15. So that Google search hopefully confirmed what I was saying.
Thank God for Google search. No, obviously we wish Bronny James well. We wish the James family well.
Yes.
It's a terrible situation. You never want to have. You never want to see that happen. It is kind of odd that like Bronny James has this heart attack within, the last, prominent athlete. Well, he wasn't really prominent. He became prominent because he had the heart attack. Is Damar Hamlin. No one really knew who Damar Hamlin was until he had the heart attack on the field and that Buffalo Bills Cincinnati Bengals game in like November of 22. So it was like 9,
I like
10
how
months ago.
you're throwing sport states at me like I know what the fuck. I barely know what a tight end does in the NFL. So
no, Jay, that's the only thing you eat is a tight end.
That is absolutely 100% true. You are absolutely correct. I just don't know what they do in football.
And then you turn them into a wide receiver.
I don't shoot as far as I used to, but yeah.
Anyways, no, it's bizarre. This is another data point, Jay, in which you start to question, why are all these young people having cardiac arrests? Why are all these young athletes? Shit don't make sense. You really want to state out the obvious. And as soon as you do, boom, canceled. Like immediately brush it off. I don't understand, why is there such a maybe it is not accurate that, say, the COVID vaccine caused all of these different cardiac arrests. Maybe it's just wrong on like the facts. But you haven't even had an opportunity to investigate it. They just like completely shut down any discussion or any suggestion of it. And that's
they
what
do.
That so
they do. Like you wouldn't be able to post this on Threads or a pre Elon Twitter.
Yeah. So DC Drano tweets out, LeBron James's 18-year-old son has suffered a heart attack during basketball practice. He's in stable condition, and we all hope he pulls through. Unfortunately, we likely know what happened here. When will people be held accountable for these crimes? I mean, doesn't seem to be an end in sight here, Jay.
No, there doesn't, and it's very hard for people to take. People who are skeptical about the vaccine and vaccines in general and all of that kind of stuff just become even more skeptical when you lie, when you take down opposing opinions, and when it starts to come out later on after a year or 2 years that a lot of the stuff you were censoring is true.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
No, you're right, which is why you're skeptical. They've decimated the confidence that the public has in their trustworthiness.
The
medical experts.
The problem is, like, rather than just say entertain the possibility, like we can have a discussion about, hey, what could have caused these cardiac arrests for these young people who are like, by all means, like in the best shapes of their lives, unless they're doing obviously like anabolic steroids, which of course you would tell immediately, right? But it's not like Bronny James or even Damar Hamlin are considered like that, like jacked. They're very like athletic. They have very athletic builds. Nowhere would I think that they actually do steroids. So what could possibly be the problem? Unless they were born with a congenital heart defect at birth, this shouldn't be happening to people this young. It shouldn't.
No, I don't think so. And you're going to have people go absolutely wild with what it is that they think is going to be happening. I mean, just a little while ago, we saw what happened with Jamie Foxx, which was a huge, big
right.
thing too. Like it was so hush hush about everything too that it was very hard to see what was happening. Like you weren't seeing people publish stuff in like NBC News or anything like that. You were seeing them in very obscure websites, some that I've never even heard of. And then it took, I want to say, 4 weeks after the initial release of that one article that people were spreading like a rumor. TMZ put out something, but it took like 2-3 weeks afterwards. So again, it got a lot of people. Jamie Foxx. Jamie
Foxx. That's right.
Yeah, and it got a lot of people, asking questions, seeing what was happening, what was going on, and it was a pretty big deal. Like the guy was in critical condition. Like he had a blood clot.
Yeah, or aneurysm, something like that.
Well, and I think aneurysms. I mean, I've been watching a lot of The Good Doctor because I can relate.
Wait, is there not? Everything I know about medicine, I actually am a doctor because I watch Scrubs.
Yeah, House MD and The Good Doctor.
House MD.
House MD. House. You've never seen House?
No.
No way you've never seen House.
Jay, no, Jay, you definitely just said House of D.
No, I said, well, look, House of D is what we're going to be calling your bedroom when I get over there.
Bro, that is true.
House MD is the name of the show.
That I do know about.
Gregory House.
Gregory who's? What was I going to look up for?
He's the top 10 fictional doctors. I mean, let's see who are the top 10 fictional doctors. In no particular order. We got Doogie Howser. We got the attending in Scrubs, the guy who completely like shoves his foot in their asses. I forget his name. Curly hair. He's the
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He's the attending, not the main guys, but the attending.
No, he's like one of the attending physicians, like the attending, like one of the older docs.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's right here. It's right here in front of me. Dr. Perry Cox.
Yes, Perry Cox. How do we forget that a last name like that, Cox? And then of course you have House. House is great. House. A lot of great snippets from House. It's just
we got
Grey's
Anatomy. McSteamy, right? We're not even going to acknowledge the female doctors because let's be honest, their body count is higher than their other body count.
Well, not only that, I mean, who would want a woman doctor working on them?
No. I think it was like a Family Guy episode. Is that what would you rather do? Would you get a massage from a gay masseuse or be operated on by a woman doctor? And they start asking all these questions. They're like, do I have my clothes on? And they're like, nope, no clothes on. And then like it got a little bit more gay. So
he's like, if I enjoy this,
so you're asking us to potentially have sex with a gay guy or die. They're like, masseuse, we'll take the massage.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh God, I can't think of the Simpsons doctor. Definitely number one.
The Asian Simpsons doctor.
Asian? No, I'm thinking of the.
And then the guy from Futurama, the crab one.
Dr. Nick.
No, you want the Asian doctor. Nick? The Asian doctor has a. Yeah, here you go.
That's Dr. Nick.
That is Dr. Nick. I love the fact that they even whitewashed his name.
Because his last name is Riviera.
Oh shit. They made him Hispanic. They went like very far across on the other spectrum because you would suspect stereotypically that the doctors would be Asian and the Mexicans would be the janitors at a hospital.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so doctor shows. Wait, what are we watching? Oh,
that's Family Guy.
I don't remember this doc.
Oh no, yeah, he's pretty funny too. I mean, once you get to like season 4 of Family Guy, it's all downhill from there.
I haven't watched a lot of Family Guy since season 4.
I know, neither have I really. I haven't watched any. It's funny when you get into shows and into a show, usually by season 3 or 4, you drop off on it. And then some shows can make a comeback. Come on, you're back. and around season 6 or something like that. But most shows after season 3, I'm like, I'm done with you. It's over.
Yeah, some shows like they just lose steam. I don't know what it is. The writers get lazy.
I
Maybe they don't
never
always
finished.
think about the possibility that they're gonna get past the second season or something. Joy's
Right.
bad and good. Although I have seen a shit
Okay.
ton of South Park. I probably, with the exception of like this past year, that is what I'm up to in South Park. I've watched every
That is in
episode.
South Park. I usually like the snippets. I just watch snippets on different kinds of
Yeah, it's a
short
hysterical show.
clips. It is.
Anyways, getting back to Jamie Foxx, who, by the way, is probably one of the most talented actors in Hollywood. Not just actors, but entertainers. He can sing, he can act, he does amazing stand-up, sketch comedy.
When
That
he
type
was
of
on Howard Stern, he said when Leonardo DiCaprio used the N word, it would give him a boner.
shit. In Django Unchained,
Yeah, there's
I
just
forgot
something
those two were in it
about
together.
his southern accent that just hit right. That would like trigger an ancestral gene and give him a hard on.
Do we actually have a clip of that? Does that exist out there? Doesn't matter. Jamie Foxx, another one of these people who he's only 55, and he experienced a quote unquote medical complication that has not yet been disclosed. And look, he's entitled to his privacy. I don't think, if he's ready to divulge what he went through, it's perfectly fine. It's not really in the public's interest to know what happened. But obviously, for the people who like really admire him and respect his work and what he's done, we'd like to know. Maybe
We just want to know if you're okay.
just want to know, just let a few of your Habibis know that you're okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
there were rumors out there that he couldn't speak, that he wasn't waking up.
I mean, everybody, like the conspiracy theorists were definitely saying it was the vaccine, right?
Oh
They
yeah.
were.
Whenever any of this stuff happens, they're blaming the vaccine for it, and it's the same thing with LeBron's kid. And
Right now, Spencer's saying there isn't anything I've seen just skimming the internet just now with him with the southern accent about him
oh,
and
you guys
Jamie
are trying to
Foxx.
fact check me right in the beginning. He didn't say anything like that. He just said that he enjoyed the what's it called, DiCaprio's role in it and the way that he acted. That was it. That you guys are
Not when
just
he said
trying
the
to.
N word.
No, he's just said that
So he
he did a
basically
great
just
job.
clogged up Spencer's internet search history with him
But
just
it's
typing
fucking
out the N
hilarious
word.
that we have this guy who is our producer, who is lazy as shit, who doesn't go and look at for videos when we're talking about something while we're talking about. But this right here, he's trying to find where he can play Leonardo saying the N word on repeat.
Leonardo.
That's what he wants.
Leonardo.
Leonardo.
Um, oh, Spencer said, oh, it's when he's talking about when DiCaprio used the N word. We are going cold beer
God
69.
damn it.
Local says Jay is capping hard. He's DiCaprioing hard.
Well, I mean, it was pretty convincing, wasn't it?
It was good. Okay. Main story of the day, evening show. It looks like the seat is getting hotter for Joe and Hunter Biden, which of course the Habibi Bros would like to smell afterwards. Wait, what? Anyways, um, it's looking like the narrative is starting to fall apart with whatever I should say Joe Biden's dealings or engagement with his son's business. Peter
They've been
Baker of the New
falling
York
apart
Times. Huh?
for a while. They've been falling apart for a while. And if only we had a competent enough media, it wouldn't have taken this long for it to come up like this. We've had multiple people come forward, and
Come,
reporters and political analysis come forward to say that Hunter
come.
Biden is a real issue for his father's presidential run and his presidency as a whole. And instead of digging it in deeper, they covered.
It came. Peter Baker of the New York Times tweets out, White House press secretary says Biden, quote, was never in business with his son, but does not actually say whether he was put on speakerphone when Hunter was conducting business and introduced to partners. Take that what you will. There is more to it.
And there was also the denial. Stuff. Denial here is different than what was the narrative for a while, where it says was never in business dealings. Whatever the press secretary said, the way it was before was never discussed business dealings with Hunter, or was never in business with Hunter. So they're changing the goalposts and they're changing the denials when it comes to Hunter's business dealings.
It feels very Clinton-esque. You know, I smoked, but I didn't inhale. Depends on what the definition of is. Then you got like the wiping server with like a cloth. This reeks of desperation to be the Clinton family. It's, look, you could try to, bullshit your way through this. But we all know that Hunter Biden's just got a rockin' bod off that laptop, man. I wish.
And that's what you've been thinking about this whole fucking episode, waiting to be able to show that picture.
I just wish my laptop was left at a computer repair shop so the world would see.
You guys have no idea how many times he sent me shirtless pictures of Hunter Biden. Like, you would think twice is like, holy shit, what are you doing? It's been almost 7 different times he would send me a shirtless or naked picture of Hunter Biden. And he doesn't even attach it to any kind of like story or articles or what's going on. It's just randomly at night. I just get this text from him, and it is a shirtless or naked Hunter Biden.
Yep. Jay, I just want you to know, it's like sending a meme to your best bro. And you know how we used to send like photos of each other taking shits while we were taking shits, and we send it to each other, and then we started taking photos of our dogs taking shits and send it to each other. This is the next phase of that.
Oh, now we're going to screenshot.
Now we're just going to send each other. Now we're just going to send images from Hunter Biden's laptop to each other.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were just sending me your porn.
I mean, I'll do that too, but I got some more content to make. I've been busy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can only my asshole's still recovering from the last photo shoot.
Yeah, but it's so funny that we are seeing these stories of Hunter Biden coming out one after another after another. If this was any other presidency, a Hunter Biden would kill that presidency, would kill it, would kill the presidency, the presidential run, all of that kind of stuff. Imagine DeSantis had a son like Hunter Biden.
Well, he doesn't have a son. He has 2 daughters, I believe.
I'm talking about how the media would be treating this, how we would be hearing it nonstop about his son's business dealings and all of that kind of stuff.
Actually, you know what? I'm kind of surprised. This is the one thing I am surprised about, considering how fucking brutal our media is. They've gone easy on like the very young kids, at the time, Barron.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really touched on, well, they probably for what was that Wall Street Journal editor? He definitely diddled kids.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then what's it called? The DeSantis's kids. I don't even know their names.
I don't know them either. I mean, and they're irrelevant because they're also very young.
Well, yeah, which makes me think, at least there's a part of the media.
media
There's
producer
a part of
know
the
their
media
name.
that hasn't completely sold its soul.
Yeah, luckily. I mean, they went so far to the media with teenage kids, with George Conaway's kid, with
Or George Conaway.
Cruises.
Oh yeah, that. But that's a different story. That's Taylor Lorenz. Okay, Taylor Lorenz tried that shit, and look what it got her.
A
Being a queen
promotion
on
at
thread.
Walpo. I don't know, like a better job at Washington Post. Like the thing is, it depends on who's the children you're going after. It depends on the story that you're going after, and it depends on whether or not they have an
it's
R
a grown
and D at the end of
man.
their name. Hunter, a kid like Hunter Biden, or a
kid,
relative
no,
like
you
Hunter.
can't call him a kid.
I know, a relative or a son like Hunter Biden within your immediate family. If this was DeSantis or Trump or anything like that, we wouldn't be hearing the end of it. I mean, every other story, you would see stories nonstop about the Trump kids, about what they did in high school, about who they're talking to or dating, or if they're talking to a Russian person or trying to tie them into Russia collusion. You would see these nonstop happening, and you have Hunter Biden on a silver platter after the laptop story, and fucking media silence.
Media silence. No, it's been coming up more and more, and it's look. The other night, I think House Speaker Kevin McCarthy went on Hannity and said that, I think it was like last night, actually. He said that this is the closest I think that they've ever come to using the I word, i.e., inshallah. Inshallah impeachment inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely escalating to the point where the corporate media, particularly Biden's lackeys, can't ignore it. And it'll be interesting to see how they cover it. Whether one, they'll take a more somber approach, like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they, impeached President Biden." To a more defensive and possibly aggressive and vicious approach, in which they're just defending Biden nonstop, and in turn just attacking their ideological opponent. Could really go either way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I mean, but for every other story, it was trying to show Biden's fatherly love to his son Hunter. You know what I mean? Like, this shady business dealing is just it just shows the love Biden has for his son Hunter. Like, it's fucking nuts. And I hope we see McCarthy actually grow some balls and throw it in for impeachment. Like, we need to see it happen. We need answers to these questions. We've had 2 whistleblowers come out with insane accusations, especially towards the DOJ and Merrick Garland as well. And we need to see whether or not, we need to see how weaponized these institutions are with Biden. Like, there needs to be impeachment proceedings. It's insane that there's not, with everything.
Even if there's an impeachment inquiry or like an actual impeachment vote in which Biden is impeached, I think in the same token as Trump never getting removed from office, I don't think Biden's going to get removed from office either. But it might be enough to derail him anyways.
Right, and that's what they should be doing. I mean, we saw that happen under Trump on very, like, in extremely less obvious circumstances. They went after Trump the way that they did, and they have all of this stuff on the Bidens, and they're sitting on their hands. Cowardice or
cowards?
Both. They're cowards, and they're acting in cowardice.
So earlier it was reported this evening that from this tweet from Miranda Devine, scandal in Delaware on eve of Hunter Biden plea deal. Judge Nareka has given Hunter's lawyers to 9 p.m. to explain why they should not be sanctioned for misrepresentation to the court, to improperly convince the clerk's office to remove GOP lawyers' materials from the docket. Okay, so this is, I guess, something that will result in, I don't know. Spencer, you said there was something about how they might actually block the plea deal. Hey,
They're
it could
saying,
happen.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, but there are other like experts and lawyers on this stuff that are saying that what some people are like the New York Post is reporting isn't 100% true.
Essentially.
Essentially, fuck.
So,
But
hey Jay, have you heard that San Francisco is essentially 100% a shithole now? It's like
yeah,
number one it's like number one in the country for businesses leaving town and for
oh
taking
yeah.
shits on the street.
It's almost like a ghost town when it comes to the downtown area. You have a lot of people trying to blame COVID on this, but this has been on a spiral for a very, very long time. And you finally have reports like this one from CNN showcasing the shitstorm. Have you seen this?
No, let's watch it.
Richie Greenberg walked into a San Francisco Walgreens when he saw in the frozen food section this.
Chains, heavy chains that went from padlock to padlock on both sides of the doors. And this was bizarre, something I'd never seen before. This is just more icing on the cake, telling us that rampant crime has become a regular part of life.
So typical that in the 30 minutes we were at this Walgreens, we watched 3 people, including this man, steal.
Did that guy pay?
3 people.
Did that guy pay? He didn't pay.
Walgreens says this Richmond neighborhood store with aisles of products like mustard locked behind plexiglass has the highest theft rate of all their nearly 9,000 U.S. stores, hit more than a dozen times a day. When thieves turned to cleaning out ice cream and frozen burritos, workers grew so frustrated they resorted to the chains. They were ordered down by corporate because of the negative messaging. But Walgreens isn't the only retailer impacted in San Francisco.
You have to ask an employee for help.
At this store, frozen food is controlled with a cable lock. Fake eyelashes locked behind plexiglass, along with lotion and nail polish. At another grocery store, $14 bags of coffee under lock and key.
What is this?
I don't know. I don't understand why coffee.
Here she is.
But
Oh.
it's become kind of like a police state in San Francisco.
Oh, but at least they have the pride flag up.
It's not part of city life. It's not part of the way people should be living, right? And that includes folks who are committing the crimes.
Marjan Philauer, mom of 3, small business and community advocate, says these visible problems in her city are leading to renewed activism driven by residents, like the recall of the city's district attorney last year.
I think what we've seen, especially in the past couple of years, is less tolerance, more exasperation.
Obvious
and
white
more
supremacist using white supremacy
everyday San Franciscans to change
whistleblowing
how this-
language.
One of my favorite
It's not
tweets
enough
is
right now, but there is.
just fucking play it.
To change, and I think ultimately we will get there.
San Francisco City Supervisor Matt Dorsey, former police spokesman and recovering drug addict, sees the rampant shoplifting as a systemic problem, from city leaders to an understaffed police force to the fentanyl crisis.
When you're seeing that level of retail theft, that tends to be subsistence level retail theft.
People who are hungry.
People are hungry. There is a level of addiction playing out in many parts of our city. It's happening at levels we really haven't seen.
If it's people who are hungry,
what I'm hearing from my
why are they
residents and
always
what I'm hearing
fat?
from San Franciscans is it's time for tough love. We are not doing any addict in this city favors by enabling behavior that is potentially deadly in ways we have never seen.
Now, in a statement to CNN, Walgreens says it is focused on safety and preventative measures, but that retail theft remains one of its top challenges. Here's some important context, though, on the city, Aaron. Property crime and violent crime at the end of last year was actually lower than it was before the pandemic. So what's going on here? Low-level drug use, as well as the sort of retail theft, may be considered lower-level crimes, but they're uniformly and widely felt by so many. Aaron?
All right, Kyung, thank you very much.
So basically, what we're finding out here is that quote unquote property and property crime went down, maybe because it's not being fucking reported. Have we
Or
thought
it's
about
because
that?
they've closed down a lot too, so the places don't even exist anymore.
All right. Well, whatever the case may be, San Francisco, great place to relieve yourself. This tweet from the Washington Examiner, my former stomping ground, tweets out San Francisco's plan to build affordable housing for teachers are accelerating after decades of obstructions. Mayor London Breed selected 2 projects on Tuesday to divide $32 million in newly released city funds. Why are teachers needing affordable housing? What, they're not getting paid enough? And they're instead getting $32 million in city funds, taxpayer dollars, to use for that housing?
Is that they're not getting paid enough, and San Francisco housing is fucking insane. It's insane for where you are and what San Francisco is. It's garbage, and it's surprising that the rent hasn't come down even further with all of the businesses that are leaving. And it's not just businesses; whole hotels are leaving San Francisco. Buildings of hotels are leaving San Francisco and not coming back because of this crime. And you can always see it, look at it, and figure out that the people behind it are people backed by people like Soros or Soros himself. Soros DAs are there,
or his son
now, are there to try and change the judicial system. And we're seeing San Francisco is a great example of where that ends up. If you let it play out the way that they want it to play out, where it's less policing, no repercussions on petty crime, giving people fucking syringes and drugs for them to do on the street. This is all of their preferred policy.
Hunter Biden is packing his bags and heading there now.
He's getting there right now. One place where he can be his true self.
He feels free. He doesn't have to wear any clothes, take a shit in the streets. Someone handles him a needle. He's in heaven. Just if you truly love your son, let him be that.
Send him to San Francisco. But it's funny, San Francisco has been going down this shithole for years, and you finally have a place like CNN report on it.
I just don't get it.
When I knew
forever. Takes him forever to notice anything.
It does. When I knew it was going to shit, you had places like Tumblr get out of their lease, not even renew their lease. Tumblr.
Tumblr?
Yeah, it's Tumblr.
Like
right?
the website?
The website Tumblr. Yes, they had a huge commercial retail property that they were renting and leasing in San Francisco, and they decided to break their lease, pay the $90 million penalty, then stay in San Francisco.
That's crazy. I mean, it's just got to be really that bad for you to go through all of that just to get saved. But I guess better than being in San Francisco, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, look what happened with the Twitter headquarters. They changed themselves to X, and they were trying to take down the Twitter sign to put up X, and then the police would find that. That's when the police started to get to actually do their job, because he didn't have a permit for the crane on the street. So they went to stop him. Instead of going and policing the crime and the theft and everything. I mean, that same journalist last year.
It's crazy. That's actually insanely racist. They go after the sole African business owner.
Exactly. Compared to like all the other crimes that are happening over there. I mean,
literally, I expected nothing less than
there
this
was a reporter.
shit.
A reporter and their photographer and everything that got robbed in San Francisco. And I think it's the same reporter. Like all the equipment, thousands of dollars of equipment robbed. You have horror stories of people going to San Francisco on vacation and getting their rentals and all that kind of stuff broken into. Not even leaving getting robbed. Not even leaving their car out for longer than 2 minutes before like hopping into a store and coming back out. It's already broken into.
No, it's insane. It's insane how quickly I would get the fuck out of the cities ASAP. There's just no time to fuck around. Anyways, Habibis, we're gonna wrap up here, but before we go, it's time for another Ask Us Anything. So by Ask Us Anything, we really mean send in your memes, send in your videos that you want us to react to while we're waiting. Obviously, hit that like, follow, and join button, of course. Sorry, gotta look nice and lean. Nice and lean.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, we have of course our sponsors. When you sign up for Nutrisystem, you can get bodies like these. Buy one, get 1 month free. And use the promo code. I think it's Habibi Bros. But what are our other sponsors? We got Alpha Paw for the buddy, for Ernie. 15% discount on the purchase when you use the link in the description. And then we were talking about the Acorn, or we were talking about Twitter, and that's when I think Acorn shows. So you get a $20 bonus investment when you use Habibi Bros as a promo code. What do we got? Spencer? Slap that shit on the shirt. We got some content here. What?
Oh yeah, this is from the Habibi sending videos for us to react to on the Discord server.
People celebrate with song. Do you know the odds of all of us being here at this time? It's improbable. And yet, here we are.
We're gonna be live streaming this on our Discord, Habibis, on August 3rd, because this looks dope as fuck.
Holy shit! That is honestly, I can't wait to watch that.
It's gonna make me a Star Trek fan all over again.
All over again, Jay. We were watching this together.
Mm-hmm.
This deserves.
I'm actually down there when this is out streaming, so we can.
That's really right. Watch we can stream it together. We could watch it together. I just want all the Habibis to know that this deserves the oh hell yeah treatment. I want everyone to see it.
And for the Habibis who don't know where the oh hell yeah came from, if you want to show them the original video for the new Rumble fans that have just joined us, the oh hell yeah stemmed from when we were in the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know the video I'm talking about. That
got the vaccine, you got the vaccine, they got the vaccine, we got the vaccine. We can get back to normal, let me inform you, let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. Alright, there is none higher. DMC, I will inspire. Time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine, believe it's safe to take. 9 out of 10 people won't get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. This COVID thing is real and it will find you. It's killing our people, let me remind you. Back in the days, there was polio, smallpox, back in the days. Measles and mumps, man, back in the days. But because of the vaccines, none of those aids. Vaccines, they work to trigger immunity. 2 shots, we got antibody security. We gotta act now, no need to wait. Get your vaccine before it's too late, for real.
I really missed that. We haven't played that in a while, Jay.
Yep. I'm glad that we were able to
we should bring it back. By the way, Jay, I've been thinking about this a lot just because of the group chats we're in. And we'll end on this because this is just really funny in general. COVID Twitter in 2023 is so much better than any other version of Twitter right now. You get to talking, like no one, like virtually everyone is past COVID.
Yes.
Except COVID Twitter. I don't know how these people exist or are real, but they're some of the most. I don't know, Jay. Please, you have to finish my thoughts here.
It's so fucking amazing. So for Habibis who don't know, there are still people out there who legitimately take COVID as serious as the world did day one of COVID. Like
we're talking like they're still stuck in 2020.
Yeah, they're still stuck in 2020. They refuse to listen to any new data that's come out, any new reports, anything about how safe it is to be outside now. They talk about the best masks to wear when you're going outside for a jog, the best masks to wear when you're going to go watch a movie. They talk about there was a thread talking about how one person was complaining that their 83-year-old grandmother refuses to wear a mask going outside anymore. And the post said that that person is done with it. And you have reply after reply saying, don't feel guilty. If they died, that's what they chose. More and more and more and more going down on it. Like that's the level of like, oh my God, COVID that's still alive today.
I can't find it. That's how, like, this is, if you have stumble into a gold mine, it's like finding gold at this point online. Trust me, you will not regret going down that.
You won't.
It is by far piss your pants funny because Jay, we haven't I don't know what it was like for you in California, but at least as soon as I moved to Florida, I was done with masks, and that was what, March 2021.
Yeah.
So
it's and another one you should see is long COVID.
God, do you think, are they hashtags? We got to find them. I think for the next episode, maybe for the list stream this week, we're going to find some of the best
COVID takes.
Like COVID tweets. Yeah, some of the best COVID
2023
takes. That's actually what we're going to do. We will have like an actual top 10 list on Thursday, ahead of Jay coming over here. But we'll have some fun, Jay, for sure.
Yes, I can't wait.
So can't wait. So Habibis, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you again to the 40,000 of you who have already subbed to us on Rumble. Really appreciate it. If you are listening to this or watching this after, make sure you tune in every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. East, 7 p.m. Pacific, for Habibi Power Hour. And then on Thursday nights, we got the list stream. Or sometimes it's a variety, but we still do it 10 p.m. on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Pacific. Of course, hit that follow, that upvote, and join button. Support, help us remain independent, Habibis. And we appreciate all of you who have supported us along the way. All the locals, Habibis, thank you for being the best. And we will go through some of the best takes on Thursday. For the Habibi Bros, I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
Thank you to Spencer and Ben. You're both fired. Get the fuck out of here. Peace and Masalama.